Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick people into turning their coats or the like, those shock collars will be least of your worries, understood? Though we're someone to compromise, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation, and above all else, don't use magics of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphinaud and Alisae will pay the price. Jullus, the people here barely have enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting into dangerous work, and we have a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent is secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we could hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume. Yeah, I let them know. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Telophoroi. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power. We realized Lord Quintis dispatched a messenger to the X, I don't know what that is. Is it 10th? Is the X the 10th? Legion saying as much and instructing them to join forces with provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telophoroi. I think it is. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before the reinforcements reach Garlemald. You need help now. Say the word and we'll bring you ceruleum. Just 10. Easy. I will speak with Lord Quintis. He'll speak to him. Let him know. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. So did he agree to it? No, he will not place Garlemald on the dead of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well. After all, my hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we are outside, you follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. All right, there's your chicken head boy. There he is. Jullus, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire, awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we climbed to the top of the tallest buildings we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble. Those friends dead. And those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon, our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. Gloves! Gloves! Let's go! New gear! One man. Oh.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Oh.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Yo, what up, dude? What's going on? We gaming.
After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance.
Ah, see, they did follow us.
We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside.
Oh, it's only 11 a.m.
When you
It's
emerged
early.
sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now,
11 p.m., baby.
you can. Tell me everything.
Whispered into your link shell. It's good name. This looking for trying out them services.
Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise.
Wait for this, Boomer.
This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel.
Water is so good.
Interesting development. And perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for.
I was kidnapped, Sharkface. That's what's happening right now.
Our comrades back at
We
the
were.
camp also received some
Not
rather
really.
promising news. But it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
I'm being a real gamer though. Like PTO got me feeling different, dude. I woke up at like 4 today. You know that, right? Like I got up like 4 p.m. and then I waited in queue in Final Fantasy XIV for 4 hours.
Oh,
Almost 4 hours.
Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
Not even a savage, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. We're cool.
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
Damn.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintis!
So these are like the Garleans in hiding that have been just trying to survive.
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
Since Garlemald has been just completely decimated.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us.
Oh.
My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
I've never been like a beard, no mustache guy. It's like one thing, like on other people, it's cool. For me, I can't stand beard, no mustache. It just feels weird. That guy's all beard, no mustache whatsoever. Not even a thought of a mustache.
Action. What did he mean by that?
It's nuts, dude. I can't do it.
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
Go together and like PB&J, exactly. You know what happens when you just have a peanut butter sandwich? You run the risk of possibly dying. I actually almost did that once. I'm not gonna lie.
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Jullus spoke?
Jullus. Not Jullus. Jullus.
Finished your war, Council?
What happened?
Alphinaud and Alisae are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
Oh my god, what?
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
What the hell? No way.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Everything will be alright. Have faith. Once again, Jullus has been entrusted with an enviable task. You will accompany me back to your camp, where I will meet you with your leader and present Lord Quintis' demands. Before we depart, however, there's something I would ask of you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to Legionaries Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You would inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the ill for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. What the hell is this mount? What is this mount? Oh my god, you guys seeing this? Dude, look at this mount. I can't, dude. Nine tails? No, it's like a slim dog. I've never seen that mount before. I wonder where that mount's from. Is that a store mount? I wonder what that is. Looks like an Afghan. That's what it is. Yeah. It's one of those long-haired dogs. Yeah. Really pretty. It's so cool.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintis when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. The Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke. We should go.
It's no use.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
So cold.
I need some heating tinctures.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintis said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum.
True!
Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintis. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms.
Tough call.
A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
Hell no.
My misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alisae.
Wow. A friend.
The scouts have secured Alisae and Alphinaud. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed.
Got him.
I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintis, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Uh-oh. Whoa! Ah, that's what they meant by that. That's what they were talking about.
More are coming! Make ready!
I think. A second proposal.
The loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
No way.
Stop, both of you!
Wow, he's powerful.
This child may be the worst emissary I've ever seen.
received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely.
So they got nothing.
10th conscripts have deserted.
He is definitely a kid.
Depleted.
That's why he's making the joke.
That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies. Every word.
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintis. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision.
Good. This guy. What a wiener.
Hope, and now dignity.
What an absolute wiener. Wiener behavior from this man.
I release you from your duty. All of you.
Wiener! This whole time. Drama. For no reason.
I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Wow! Wow! Holy!
Hey, we have to reach the station before it's too late.
No way!
If there is still a chance that Quintis will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I don't know about that
hope
one.
we get there before he and his men do something rash.
Oh no! Dude! Square Enix! Rated M for mature? Damn! Holy shit, you guys. That is crazy. That was a bold move. That was insane. I'm at a loss for words, dude. That is crazy. Shadowbringers had its moments, right? Like when the one lady turned into one of the things, I can't remember what they're called right now. that tops that for sure. That is insane. I have to pee now. I'll be right back. It was just so jarring. I have to pee, but I had to pee anyways. But still though, that's insane. That was something else. Holy, I'm still thinking about that. That's like a cutscene that sticks with you, hey? Probably in the intent, but like holy shit. Holy shit, I will say it. Much and more has occurred since we last met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintis. Oh my god, we haven't even got to the part where we talked about Lord Quintis and I leveled up. There's something so immersion breaking about leveling up midway through this. It's so funny. They're preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risked the welfare of people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we'd only incite panic, but perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one another or their own. Go with Jullus. Hell yeah. Go with Jullus by the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Gob and Jullus. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Alright, let's read. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintis. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the Legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I've just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. Yep. Ah, Gob! I was informed of Quintis' suicide. I must have come as a great shock to his men. What are the refugees? I'm told some were respective to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participate in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees. Perfidy notwithstanding, after all, if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of the Legatus, and following his suicide, they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintis thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal, and his men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life, he would hope to absolve them of any culpability, or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end.